Yo, yo, yo. See that? You did that. I was ready. You did that.
You
You
was
did that.
ready.
But we in here. We in here because we recording all this shit, man.
Yes, sir.
We back. It's the session with Shell. It's your boy Uncle Shell.
It's your man Fly
And
Ty.
we in here, man. We know y'all missed us, man. So we back doing our 1-2 thing. And it's always dope whenever we get to sit like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna try not to bang on this table so damn
I know.
much.
I just thought about that when you did it.
Yeah, it's tempting, man. How's everything been with you though?
Everything good, my boy. Same old, man. Checking the checklist off day by day. Just trying to make some progressions in life, bro.
Yeah,
You know, trying
yeah.
to goddamn stay focused.
For sure.
You know, and sometimes it get difficult. You know, trying to avoid the mundaneness of growing up and being a mature adult and all that. So trying to
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah, we
not be
always
tortured by
I
it.
think we always gotta always refresh our memory that, this is what we work towards, you know what I mean? Like, especially when it comes to like bills and shit.
Yeah,
Like
boy.
I always think about it like that's the ticket to say this is mine. You know what I'm saying? That's the ticket to say we're adults. And we take care of things. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah, I should get old though.
yeah, whoa, what? Quick,
I ain't
what you
gonna-
mean?
Well, I think it's just I'm trying to make sure everybody know we all going through kind of the same shit of
For
like
sure.
everything's getting more and more expensive. It's more and more difficult to live like a quality
And
life.
inflation's real, bro.
Yeah, you know, so it's like being that we are adults and have these responsibilities, obligations, I know that's going to be a part of it regardless.
For
So
sure.
what I'm trying to do is just find ways to really enjoy my life, you know, like
Yeah.
try to not be all sad and depressed every day because of bill due because it is
Nah, man, that's
pointless.
again, that's the
because them
ticket.
shits is
That's
always gonna be
right.
so
That's
it's
the
like
ticket.
me
'Cause-
trying to find some
yeah,
some ground mentally with that.
Oh,
That's really
man.
what I've been focused on in my our hiatus. Trying to just keep my mind together and not kill one of my kids.
Oh man, don't do that.
Yeah, shout out to my oldest boy too, King Ali. It's his birthday today.
Shout out to
so-
the boy King Ali, man.
Yeah, brought you, my
Definitely.
boy.
Just locking in on that intentional thing that we always talk about, man. Just making sure every step made is moved with the real intention of what I want to happen next. You know what I'm saying? Because really gotta get better with thinking ahead and not overthinking on things. That's like the biggest thing for me right now. So that's like if that's something that we could say is like the conversation of what we've been working on during the hiatus. Is that, bro? Is making sure every step, especially with the show, especially
for
with the
sure.
show. You know
You know
what
what
I'm
they
saying?
say? God honors those with a plan, bro.
Yeah, man. And that preparation is key. We always
Yes,
talk about
sir.
that. So, but yeah, man, we back here, bro. So I'm excited to be back here again. Shout out to Spike Beat Battles also. That's been occurring. So shout out Sick Mike and the whole crew. But yeah, I just had to throw that in there because this stuff's coming up and it's been exciting. It's been good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we back, man. We back here again. It's been crazy. Things happening.
A lot of shit.
Lot
has
of things happening.
transpired.
Yes. What have you ran across?
Just the world just continue to be as crazy as it's been in the last year, you know, under the Donald Trump White House.
Man.
Racial tension and bigotry at its highest levels, and
Yeah, it really is.
really
though.
learning who people are, and I mean, shit, nothing can surprise me nowadays, you know, but it does. It's still shocking, you know, to see
Right.
how emboldened like some of these racist people have become, you know, 'cause we were in a
Yeah.
point in America where we were growing to putting it like behind us, where at least it was so shameful that you're not brave enough to do the shit in
Nah.
public,
nah,
you know, and
nah.
if you did, there was somebody,
Oh, there was some repercussions.
some real
There
repercussions,
was some
you know,
repercussions.
that but now
Live
it's like,
karma. Like,
yeah, and,
you know
and
what I
it's
mean?
an army of ignorant assholes just in some of the highest powers of positions of power now, and it's scary.
yeah.
But you definitely got to choose a side. I think we talked about it before. It's like if you're a white person, a black person, Mexican person, and you see like racial injustice or shit going on, you don't say nothing. You
Kind of
become part of the problem. So
For
I just
sure.
encourage
For sure.
everybody, stand up, man.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
And
Only way
it
we're gonna
doesn't
beat it is
take much, y'all.
to
You know,
stand up to it.
lose the fear. I think that's a big thing of fearing what's gonna, happen to you or how you're gonna look, or I think we really got to take that away, so we understand that it's a bigger picture than all of us, y'all.
I think a big
Like we're a part of that, man. Like
I think a big part of the fear of people standing up is one it's hard to just live. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Just to
yes.
mind your business and live has become hard enough. So I understand
Right.
people's apprehension on standing up for somebody when they ultimately feel like who the fuck gonna stand up for them?
Right,
But
right.
just have to have some understanding that this shit is not gonna be defeated on its own. It's gonna take
No.
us to all rise up band together. You know,
Yeah.
stop being so damn ignorant and hateful, you know, and practicing the oppressive tactics that we have learned, you know what I'm saying? Say, nah, we gotta
And it's easy to
We gotta
live like
build
that,
together.
man. Let's live. Let's
Oh,
go
it's
after.
very
Let's go after the hard way to live, which is coming together, looking past differences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Understanding we all gonna have our differences. We're not the same, y'all. Like, stop. We gotta stop grouping us together. Like, yeah, we all do this, we all do that. We just really gotta understand. We just all here to support each other. You know what I'm saying?
should.
Like,
We
love is
should
the
be.
way. Not to sound corny, you know what I'm saying? But it's the unconditional shit, not just the looking pretty shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for
Like,
sure.
it's loving you past what you got going on, and saying, hey, you're gonna get better. Matter of
For
fact,
sure.
we're gonna get better. You
And
know
there's
what I'm
no
saying?
easy solution. There's no just one answer that
Nah,
niggas gonna
nah.
talk to. Only thing I can say is educate yourself and
For sure.
really, you know, use the golden rule. We have said it a million times on the show, man. Treat other people how you want to be treated. And
For
if
sure.
you don't care about yourself, treat people how you want them to treat your mama.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't like your
That's
mama,
heavy. Oh,
treat people how you
look at
want them to
yourself.
treat your
Look at
grandma.
we all have our differences with our parents,
Just-
but for
and,
you to
know,
not
just-
like them is a whole different, you know.
Yeah, and if you don't like your mama, man, look in the mirror and look at yourself. Look within
Nah,
and
seriously.
find some compassion and love for the person who brought you life and
Nah,
brought you to
man.
the world. You know,
That
what I'm
says
saying?
a lot. That says a lot.
Yeah,
bro.
that's about it.
That
The
says
world,
a
the
lot. I
world's
like
crazy,
that you
bro.
even brought that up. Nah, word.
Aliens, lies, corruption, deception.
Man, it's a
People
lot.
ain't shit.
So one thing I was looking up is crazy because you know we consider ourselves culture based, but a part of our show is definitely hip hop. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
That's a big piece of it.
Shit, that's the culture.
That is the talk about it. That's real. So
Word.
hip hop's turning 50 soon, bro. And first of all, that's heavy. You know, I don't even think I take time to even recollect on how old and how young
How young, pretty
it
young,
really is,
honestly,
right?
yeah.
But it's definitely hopping into the digital age of things. So streaming, you know, you don't even have physical copies of CDs anymore. And those are, I would say, coming back. If you're smart, you're tapping into that right now because that's something that's
Shout out to
coming back.
everybody who got that wicked CD collection because it's gonna
Seriously,
be
it's
very valuable pretty
very,
soon.
very
Hold on to
valuable.
that shit.
But when it comes to just like the four elements of hip hop, DJing, MCing, B-boy and graffiti, all that, like, where do you feel like that is being archived, or does it even matter anymore that we
No.
even have that foundation
Nope.
anymore?
There's a certain group of people within hip hop now who still can respect it, still honor it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
mostly the people who grew up with influence from the era. But
Mhm.
new hip hop fans today, nah, I doubt it. Or they don't
So-
really. Either they have no idea of that origin of hip hop,
Mhm.
and most of them don't care either. You know what
I
I'm saying?
got you.
But it's
I
just
got
so
you.
far separated and different from
Let me t-
hip hop now. Like,
Well, let me tell you what's surprising enough. I guess there's an artist's name's V's. I'm not fully familiar with him. I want to say, don't get me wrong. I think he's a Detroit artist, but he's a younger cat. The point is, I saw a clip of him recently going crazy over the Jay-Z Monster verse, and that says a lot because there's a huge time frame between this artist and that verse.
how old is the Monster verse? That's from like 2010.
I'm
right?
at least give it a decade
Yeah, I mean,
prior
I
to
think that's-
this guy. So my point is that kind of goes directly into the influence, right? Of just saying, oh my God, they were crazy then, and that's why he's still getting praised now. You know what I'm saying? Nas with his Mass Appeal moves right now.
Shout out Nas, man.
Big
Master
shout out to
Fire.
Nas right now because he's going crazy with bringing all these guys into a fold, all those nostalgic cats.
Yeah.
Those OGs, the real
Hip hop's
legends.
turning 50, man. What
Come
you
on,
think
man.
happens to hip hop fans? They've been around for that long.
Forever.
So it's great to
they
see
just
him.
never praise.
Yeah,
That's the
and it's
biggest
great to
thing.
see him doing shit for them. You know,
Right.
this is one of the worst things that I hate about hip hop is how
Okay.
in a lot of people's minds you can age out of hip hop, which
Mm-hmm.
I mean clearly it's a false perception. You know what I'm saying? Because of the best rappers in
You
hip hop
can, though.
now. I mean, I think you
Your record won't, but the person, If they're not
So,
active,
so yeah, but this is what I mean. Like,
but I understand what you're saying.
Some
They'll
people
take the
will
whole
judge
person
a
out.
person being
Yeah.
50 years old and
Yeah.
still rapping and say,
Yeah.
you know,
Now that stigma, good to know is the fact that stigma is starting to go away now.
it should.
Because we have the likes of Clips, we have the likes of Jay.
It should. Because
currently
even
about
in
to
its,
drop
even
something
in
and
its
other
existence, it wasn't
Yeah.
accurate
Nah,
because
the voice still there, bro.
because the
They're
top
still-
rappers in the game, the
Indeed.
true best-selling
As-
artists in rap
Now-
are older dudes.
Let's
you
be
know what I'm saying?
careful.
Literally.
The content, they gotta be snapping. So that's the biggest thing, you know, because I've heard cats that are definitely valuable to the time right now, but them words aren't. All right, let me just keep it real. Them lyrics is not rocking right now, bro. You sound super dated. And even your flow then was kind of even questionable, but we accepted it because it was still on beat, it was still on par. But it has to progress to now. That's the thing, man.
Yeah, we'd
Flow
love to
still
see-
got to
yeah,
progress
love
to
see, you know,
progress to now.
adapt to times and shit for sure.
That's the biggest piece of it.
Adapt.
That's what makes you still the GOAT, is being
adapt,
able to
but
adapt
not
that way.
change.
You know what I mean?
Like when you out here
Exactly.
like dressing like your son and shit, like
Come on.
you know.
It says
And
a
there's
lot,
a lot
bro.
of that out there, like a lot
Says
of
a lot.
old young niggas.
Says a lot. How do you feel
Says a lot.
about shouts out to my mom. We was having a good discussion. Shout out to bro. He had sent over a video. It was shout out Dot too. Just gotta shout out the fam. There was a video of Dot performing overseas, and she gets mind blown by seeing how many people are there. Right? She gets mind blown by that, and I do too, because on the other side, we talk about this a lot. We have so many people that are haters of Dot, right? Or say he's preachy or this and that. But I'm starting to believe, I mean, I think about it more and more, they're all liars too, because y'all are the same people at them concerts. Because there's no way these numbers are showing up at these concerts
Right.
and there's people at home hating. No, those are the same people, bro, because the math ain't mathing. You know what I'm saying?
It's like that.
He's
That's-
breaking records every show. So
Yeah.
those same people might be going through it at home, but at the same time, they buying the ticket to that show.
That Drake beef just made people choose sides to a point where it's like, you know.
It's almost undercover though, where it's like
undercover.
yeah.
Some people are scared to say they like a Kendrick Lamar song just because how hard they done went online.
But he's changing your life. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like not you know, it's not a glaze. It's going off of what you see. You know, people are really saying like, yo, I went there and I'm different now. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, and that shouts
Shout
out
out to
to
Dot. That's
Yeah,
using
man,
the
you know.
influence of music in the
And
proper
it-
way. He's one of those
yeah.
artists that, you know, even if you're not the biggest fan, one thing you can't take away from him is he's putting out
yeah.
substance and it's fire, and he's skillful with it
For
too.
sure.
It's not like he's
For
just
sure.
rapping a bunch of random words. Like he's
No.
putting substance to an art form.
And not to stay there, but he's definitely one of those guys that I think, you know, could have messed up and not got with the times. Like it's like his music has changed and it's like stayed above the curve. You know what I'm saying? To still be like, oh, this is a new flow or this is a new sound or you know, some real, and I think that's very hard to do right now. You know what I mean? Like even just for producers, Swiss Beats, any of those guys that have been around a long time, you're still able to make beats that match up with what's going on now. Says a lot about you. Your ear is different. You know what I'm saying? Your
Yeah.
mind is different.
Those
you
are
know,
all
for-
people who are clearly in it, you know,
Yeah.
for the skill
just so
and the
cool
love
at
and the
that
art
age, you
form
know?
than it's
Yeah.
someone who's just jumping and trying to imitate the sounds of the hottest producer out or the hottest rapper out and get on. You know, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's one of the biggest growing like waves in hip hop is just everybody just want to get rich. Nobody.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say nobody. Very few
Mm.
people are
You
like
just made me think of something.
are
just
giving
now.
a fuck about the craft and putting
Yeah.
the time in and would do it whether they was gonna get rich or not. You know, it's
Yeah.
not that many people like that. Most people are just trying to get on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a big number of people. That are that
Overwhelming
way.
majority
Yeah.
of people have
Who else do you think has a big global influence right now?
big global influence.
It could be bad or
The
good.
Clips, man. The Clips. Shout out to
shout out to the home
team,
team.
man.
Shout out to
Yeah,
the
they
home team.
it's impressive the influence that the album and the press run and the
sure.
tour. It's impressive to me how globally acclaimed they are. You know how
Mm-hmm.
much people are just interested in doing a show at the Vatican, and
Going crazy.
I think it's amazing.
going
It makes
crazy,
me even
man.
more proud that they're from
Yeah,
right here.
from right
too,
here,
so.
man. They deserve it. You know,
Yeah.
people that stood the test of time, you know what I mean, and changes and things of that nature have stayed consistent, but have also, you know, made some changes along the way. You know,
Yeah. it's
it's
proof that
crazy.
the old blueprint to rapping it still works. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
for sure.
And there are people in high places who still appreciate it. You know what I'm saying too?
So
Like
on that level, how do you feel about AI's influence to music right now? You got whole artists now, bro.
yeah,
You got whole artists now.
yeah,
We can't even it's too late to argue against them getting an artist now. They
yeah.
done jumped the gun.
I saw something about that, and it was I was trying to understand how I really feel about artificial intelligence
Mm.
ability to move me like emotionally, like
Right,
with.
right.
But I think it's not the absence of the human interaction for the most part, because a
No.
human it takes
that-
human
it needs that.
interaction for
Yep.
it to learn to
Correct.
move
That's
in
the
that
fuel.
way. So
That's the fuel for
I
sure.
think anytime you look at AI, it's like you have to understand that it took studying hundreds of thousands of people to even be able to move that way. So it's
Yeah.
still a human experience. So I could
True.
enjoy AI songs.
Yeah, same. I mean,
Yeah, it
let me
wouldn't
tell
bother
you,
me.
my guilty pleasure right now is the AI versions of songs, and they change them to 70 soul records, bro.
Yeah, man.
Right.
We listen to that stuff at work.
Man, there was one that was so I can't even.
50 Cent.
I
Many
want to
Man.
say it was the 50 Cent joint. I definitely heard some Chris Brown joints that got flipped. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I just respect people that can sit down and formulate. Oh, you know what I just heard? Billie Jean, Michael Jackson trap version.
Is it crazy?
Bro, that was the best thing I ever heard. And guess what it sounded like?
Ooh,
Breezy.
word.
It was very Breezy-esque.
That's fire.
I gotta give shout out to Chris Brown, man.
I like
it was,
the way
it was very tough. I play it
AI
now if I
has,
won't try to give nobody shout outs. It's
AI
tough.
has given like intelligent people who can write a good prompt.
Yeah, it's a hell of a curve.
the
It's a hell of
ability
a
to,
fucking
you know,
learning curve, bro.
For us to see a lot of the
It's
things
the
that
craziest
I've been
learning
seeing
curve
people
ever.
online using AI to create like these videos where they'll do stuff like they'll mix dog breeds together.
Yes.
They're mixing superheroes and all kinds
Yes,
of mythical
man.
creatures and creating these battles, and it's
For-
super interesting.
It's
You know
crazy,
what I'm saying?
bro.
I like AI.
One of
I
my-
think it could be super good,
Yeah.
but then I also look at how sinister it could be. You know what I'm saying? And the
Yeah.
possibility.
So that's the
Just-
other side of it is like the dark space of where it's turning into, trying to apply it to your life, like to you now.
Yeah.
Like it's not just a tool, it's something that they're trying to bring a union of human to AI.
Right.
That scares me, bro.
It's coming, bro.
And the only reason it scares me is because, as a sci-fi
Guru.
fan, incredible fan,
It's coming, man.
I can't. As sci-fi fans, you can't say you didn't see it coming.
Right.
You
It's
just go.
only-
you just go win. It's not an if. It's a
Yeah,
win.
it's in the
of
arc
all
of
time.
technology, man. This was easy to
It's crazy.
predict. You know,
It
think about
is,
it.
it is.
It's already bionic.
But
arms
there
and
was a time,
legs
Ty, we
and-
wanted it. There was a time where we were like, "Oh, that's cool. That's gonna be dope."
Right.
Now but it's like when you get in it, you're like, nah, I don't know if I necessarily
I think you'd be a
trust that.
you'd be
You
a
know what
fool
I'm
if
saying?
you didn't have any apprehension about enhancing yourself using artificial intelligence. Or you'd be a fool to not have
No, seriously.
apprehension when you're at risk of getting your bank account hacked or every single day. Now imagine when your mind is plugged into a digital resource, and that could, but
Oh,
the
you-
benefits though, what if you could literally get a chip implanted in your head and you can just download knowing how to speak Slovakian?
So that's the plus side. That's the dope side, right? If you're a fan
Yeah.
of Matrix,
Does that outweigh the
that's
risk
what
of
happens,
being
right?
able to be hacked?
Yeah, if I want to know Kung Fu and I want to know Wing Chun, I could download that, handle business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think the tough part about it is now where life is, where hacking and things are involved,
Oh yeah.
right? So now you got a program you downloaded, but within that program there's something disguised
It's a
within
kill
it.
switch.
So that's the scary part of it to me, bro. It's just the dark, the dark side of it. You know what I'm saying?
The pros and the cons,
Yeah, it's a
bro.
major,
But I mean,
major- but we seen it all coming.
yeah,
We seen it all coming.
the thought of it is exciting too. At the end of the day,
It is.
especially when applications can be used for things like a paraplegic person being able to walk again, a blind
sure.
person being able to see again.
For
You know,
sure.
it's Damn, I just had a
Damn.
crazy brain. But it's
Damn.
like the opportunities, the applications for it are so endless that, you know, even though there are some downsides, you have to lean on your optimistic side of humanity and hope
Right.
that, you know, that the goods will outweigh the
Outweigh
bads.
it.
You just have to
Naturally,
understand the
naturally.
bads are going to
So
come.
that's just us having to make sure we have the responsibility correctly
Yeah.
within those tools. So one thing you brought up was because you're talking about mental, man. I want to definitely shout out Kai Cenat for all these streamer awards that's been that he's won recently. But I just saw some growth immediately when you saw this man on camera recently, and
It's the haircut and that big mustache, bro.
that's funny. I mean, that's from traveling the world. You know what I'm saying? Now, the one thing I will say is what the how he spoke was just different. And you see it. I call it the eye of the tiger, man. You could just see it within somebody who's just focused on something. But one thing he brought up was the fact he hoped everybody's mental health was proper. You know what I mean? That's something that doesn't have to be said from a person that's achieved so much so fast, right? And from his age, that matters, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Even the quote, I think that was at the end that a friend had shared with them, just saying, you know, they always tell you to be yourself, right? When you get on the internet, they want you to be somebody else.
Right.
And you got to understand, you always got to be yourself. And I think that's in life in general. You can be yourself all day until you get out in front of masses. And they might not necessarily tell you to change, but you'll start feeling like you need to change based off reactions, based off things they're saying or
It's
doing.
important. I think Kai has always done a good job of, even though sometimes the theatrics and stuff of the streams, it gets a little out of hand sometimes, but he's always done a good job of promoting. Like,
I'm glad he's no shots. I'm glad if he's dead serious about it, I'm glad he's taking the moment to say retirement. I think that's respectable to get out of there early and allow these other guys to do what they got to do.
And know this. If
you have so much other things to
is
do.
talking about retiring from streaming, you have to understand that man got to have a crazy lineup, a crazy plan.
Yeah. Or just not one. But I was thinking about it differently, though. I think you might not want to deal with that shit no more. It could be simply that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? No, not saying he don't got a lot going on. I'm sure he got a lot going on.
I just know that's how he's grown his celebrity, his wealth. You know, it's something that it's going to be a difficult decision to stop it based off the fact this man was making
crazy
multiple
numbers.
millions a month. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of endorsements that he got through streaming, the notoriety, the fame, all came from streaming. So
for sure,
now that he's got in and got to these levels, I can see a million different lanes that he's coming from go through.
For
but
sure.
definitely acting.
I hope that I incredibly hope the influence is there. I just know that all that's happening for sure. Especially I love the link up with Kev and Drewski and all that.
Kevin Drewski and Kai. I'll call it now. It might be silly.
Well, they already have a they had dropped a little trailer, but it wasn't for the preview of their streaming shit. It was a movie coming.
Yeah, I can see some.
And it deals with the dreads and things, so it's it's gonna be old. But the trailer looked dope, and it's gonna be fire. I just know. Yeah, you just see something different in people. You know what I'm saying? Where something will hit you.
Shout out
shout out Drewski. Shout out Drewski, man.
Yeah.
Stay on course, Drewski.
Yeah, I think
stay on course. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay on course.
Drewski's a hilarious fat nigga, bro.
Yeah, they just named him. See, he's fat shaming you. I ain't even gonna come at you like that. I seen you losing weight, my boy. So we gonna.
Hey, fat is fat, bro. But you a cool fat nigga. That's like your thing.
He got named the #1 funniest now. So, but But I'm gonna be real with you. Internet playing with me. I don't know if this Mandela effect or not. I feel like that shit's like every other week, dog. Stop playing with me. Keep doing this. Like, who's the funniest on the internet? That shit is not. Y'all make it like it's annual. Y'all do that shit like every month.
I mean, it all depends on what.
And it just be Drewski.
Drewski's funny.
Out of all
the new comedians,
so we don't have to call it funniest. You just say there's funny people out there.
Drewski's #1 right now as comedian, and his class of comedians. Those guys.
And I really think it's because he's the most consistent. And the quality is like
the short form comedy, the short form stuff. That's
right. It's not. Well, I think it's more than that. I feel like it's the quality of short form because they're all doing short form. He has better quality. He has the best quality I've seen in anybody. There's a lot of people that do stuff, but the levels that are doing it, you can tell they could have done a little bit more. He takes every little detail and goes, "You're not gonna get me on nothing." You know what I'm saying? And I respect that shit.
What do you think about the him dressing up as the white people?
I don't fuck with that shit though. I think it's funny, but I don't fuck with that because it's a backfire. They can do that with us.
Right.
Yeah. So I try to see through that and look at both ways because if Because it's funny. Don't get me wrong, but it was funny back when
white people was
other people were doing it too. You know what I mean? We just gotta be careful with that. We gotta be careful. So one thing before we get up out of here, we've obviously been watching this Diddy shit.
Yeah, man.
Shout out Netflix.
Shout
out 50.
Yep.
Because, brother, I mean, I just didn't know the levels of petty that you could go down. But
yeah, this is super petty. This is one of those situations.
Yeah, because his interviews is crazy.
It's like I enjoy the documentary. I also see
it was a well put together
like,
documentary.
I've seen some good points from both sides of where it's like people feel like 50 is kind of like violating some real codes that he claimed to live by type shit. I've seen both sides and people make appealing arguments and shit, but the documentary was good. I think it was
because I'm like, what is he violating?
One of the more informative, like snitching type shit. Like,
but what is he snitching on?
The right shit to be snitching on, kind of.
Yeah, so that's not snitching, it's exposure. See, snitching, in my opinion, snitching is we've all done something. Mm-hmm. I swore to not say something, and now I said something. All right. The other side of it is of exposing is you've been doing this. There's a nigga that got a camera, and the nigga paid him for that footage. And what's funny is he was on. I really wish I could quote the show, man. But he was on the show, and he was saying, you know, I'm not going to reveal my sources. As a journalist, you can understand that. And those people are good. Like, in a sense, they've been taken care of. Like, and this is legal because we did this after the joint. So it was like, oh man, he has so many angles of protection within this.
Everybody was speculating the legality of the documentary, and I was just such a simple thing. It's like it's on Netflix. It's not Netflix, like he released this shit and got
Netflix. Exactly.
You don't think Netflix?
That's the answer.
I think
what?
Yeah,
because of course I'm sure you've seen it where he's throwing the lawsuits of things, and it's immediately blocked. You know what? Netflix wouldn't even take the moment of putting it up there.
Right.
If it wasn't to that level.
And this should be what is it called? The reckoning. Man. This should be an awakening for people in those power dynamic situations that have been abusing the power and allowing money, influence, or any of those things get compromise your morality, man. You gotta everybody should check themselves, get a little power. I think it's easy, money and influence and power. I think it can be easy to change you and maybe most times for the worse than for the better.
And if you're not holding yourself disciplined to things.
And surrounding yourself with people that will hold you accountable. That's important. But I ain't surprised that Diddy was doing all that crazy shit, though.
Yeah, man, it just hurts.
It's sad to see a star fall out the sky as fast as that one did. But
I didn't see the not to say we didn't believe the rumors of his involvement with the East versus West thing, but damn, Puff.
Yeah,
like damn.
Definitely painted.
You know what I'm saying?
Like painted him in a different light.
Man,
real villainous, sadistic light.
Coming from a person that actually kind of looked up to you in certain form.
A lot of good ego. It was good, man. Shout out 50. Definitely did a good job putting
documentary. God, dog, that was too good. 4 parts.
Not get on that nigga bad side.
Wow, 50 petty take you out, man. Listen, man, this has been good, bro. We were able to sit down, chop it up. We're gonna do this more and more. Y'all check us out, obviously, on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Tap in, man.
Get in the comments, man. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Join the tribe, man. We're going to have some dope artists on. We're going to have some dope events we're going to do. And we just doing this all for the tribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, so, again, it's your boy, Uncle Shell.
And it's your man, Fly Todd.
And it's been the Sessions.
Sessions.